Okay, so that brings me to, strategies to develop emotional intelligence in difficult times. How can we go from survive to thrive? Um, I would, the solutions are actually very simple. It is the act which is tough. The action is tough. Excitement and surprise, these are bridging emotions. Again, this comes from our research that basically you have to reframe the situation and use excitement or surprise as bridging emotions. So, for example, one very oft repeated example is, suppose I'm going up to give a speech to 100 people in a hall. I feel nervous. I feel palpitations. I'm feeling sweaty. My palms are sweaty. I'm feeling imposter syndrome where I'm like, do I even deserve to be here? What am I going to say? Is it going to make sense? All of that happens. It happens to the best of performers, but we use the emotion of excitement or surprise to reframe the situation. The second emotional intelligence hack is actually to use awe and curiosity as emotions. And I use awe a lot. Very intentionally, I create awe for myself. So, for example, if I'm feeling low, if I'm feeling disheartened, switching to awe really helps a lot. And there is now a research from positive psychology which says that awe actually changes the neurobiology and the chemical mix of our brains. And by awe, I mean things like, getting immersed in nature. If that appeals to you, for me, that has a huge amount of resonance. Another thing I would say is faith. Some people find it extremely awe-inspiring to basically, when they have faith, when they believe in God or some higher power, that gives them that feeling of awe, and it's actually very healing and healthy for the brain. This is one research. And the second slide that I have on this is, again, it's about compassion, consistency, and comeback. Again, very simple hacks, difficult to follow, but must follow. Compassion is actually being able to feel for the other person without feeling the empathic distress in your body and brain. And this is a matter of practice actually, and therapists have to practice this all the time. They have to be able to feel compassion without feeling the distress themselves. I find sometimes very wise old people having this ability to feel compassion for you, speaking to you very softly in a very soft tone, but not feeling the distress themselves. And they are wonderful people to go to when you are down and you need space. The other thing is consistency. Again, there's a very ironical thing. We judge other people on their inconsistencies, but we are hugely inconsistent ourselves. We are hugely inconsistent ourselves, but we judge other people on their inconsistencies. It happens all the time, and it happens in the blink of a, eyelid. I will judge you for inconsistency, but I will be inconsistent myself. But actually, from the brain perspective, you are not inconsistent. From the brain perspective, you are just reacting in a way that ensures your maximum survival in the moment. So I'll take an example. Suppose you lost your cool at a colleague. Okay, you are known to be otherwise reasonable person who is calm and considered, but something happened and you lost your cool at a colleague. Okay, you might be viewed as inconsistent by somebody else, but in the moment, your brain has signaled to you that that behavior was important to bring out something. Okay, so you may think that, oh, I'm being judged for inconsistency, but actually it is your brain which is telling you that you need to do this right now, and it all happens from the unconscious side, so you don't have control on this. And that brings me to the last part, which is comeback. The comeback is very, very essential, and it's a skill. We don't have it. We are not taught comeback. Comeback means coming back to that difficult conversation, coming back to that difficult situation, being humble, offering an apology. There are so many people who live their entire lives without ever wanting to offer an apology, when just that one apology can change the dynamics of the relationship. So comeback is very hard, but it is the best solution, and it actually very liberating, because then you can be who you are. You can occasionally afford to lose your calm, as long as you mend your relationships. Uh, I know that nobody in this call wants to be a monk, or wants to spend their entire lives, meditating and getting emotional mastery and all of that. We just want to lead joyful lives in which we are thriving, and we are doing the best that we can and enjoying ourselves, and other people are enjoying with us, and we are productive and we are performing and we are achieving. That is more or less, what average people want. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine, and that's great. But I think giving space to other people for their emotions, recognizing emotional inconsistencies in self and others, and forgiving self and others is probably the best strategy for emotional intelligence. So that's all for now. I want to stop here.